Good afternoon, everyone. This, I'm hoping, is going to be a one video take on this 2011 Lounge. We're not going to cover everything on it, but because I don't really feel we need to, but we might be able to, or should be able to, do this in one video. I haven't done a walk around video of this because it was fairly uneventful, but what we've got is a black 2011 Lounge. It's Cat S, but not 100% sure at the moment as to why, because looking at the pictures I was pretty sure it was a Cat N, and we'll just pop around to show you the other side in a minute. But the auction effectively said it's had a offside front wing damage, so purchased a black wing and that has arrived. I've already put that on, that's already gone on, colour match, everything absolutely fine, pretty much in black, you're going to be spot on. But my concern was that the inner wing was damaged, hence the Cat S. However, as you can see, the wing is on absolutely fine, no issues at all. Lines up, all good. The panel itself is all good, and yeah, so I didn't feel the need that we needed to film that, but basically the inner is absolutely fine. However, the Cat S, I believe, has come from a previous accident, and again, it's quite difficult to show you. Might be able to show you when that wheel's off, but there's some work that's been done down in here, some welding work behind here, and that's potentially what's happened in the past. But anyway, so the only thing really bodywork wise we've got to deal with is the scratch here, which I'm just gonna respray. But we've also got some little issue here, ever so slight ding here. I'm not 100% sure. I might be able to get that out, but I'm not really sure. And we've got a little ding here. I might try and pull that out with a bit of glue. But that is the car. Belonged to someone who worked, I believe, if I remember, because I've had this potentially now for a month. I believe it was Oxford University, and upon clearing it out, found some gravestone cleaner and a cross. So I think potentially part-time or voluntary work. They worked at a graveyard, maintaining the graveyard and cleaning it. So I think it's generally been in pretty good hands. If I'm not saying, well, I don't know, just because you clean gravestones doesn't necessarily mean that you're the best driver, but I think it generally just means that hopefully it's generally been looked after. So yeah, for 2011, bodywork's not too bad. I'll see what I can do on it. The interior is generally not too bad. Needs a good clean. Tiny little sort of rips here, but otherwise the seats aren't too bad. That seat is wet because I've just given this a hose over, but it's black. Did come with a CD. Today's choice of CD was Paloma Faith. At least this one actually labels what it is. And then there's like a few little bits of interior trim that I needed to sort out, like the radio buttons. We also need to get a towing hook down there. I think the tyres are all going to be good on this one as well. And then we just need to give it a hoover out. And hopefully, as I say, I can do this in one video. So let's get on, let's get going, and let's hopefully not bore you during this relatively uneventful turnaround. And I want to get it done quite quick, because the V5, even though it's Cat S, V5 has turned up already, so I need to get it moving. Right, for seat cleaning, it's your usual checkered Fiat 500 lounge seats, always dirty, and I think this one's had 2 cleans, 2 washes, 2 cleans, whatever you want to call it. It's still not come up 100%, but I've got majority of it out. And when we go to the second one, again, pretty much nearly done. It's still drying, so it's a bit patchy. But what I tend to do is let it dry, and then just to finish it off, I use some Auto Glim upholstery cleaner and just spray it on and just rub it in, and it just comes straight out. So although it's not 100% the best, it's still a lot better than it was, because yeah, it's your typical chocolate milkshake consistency. So I will get those put back in to the car in a minute, and because of the nature, it's about 20 degrees, I think it's going to be about 23, 24, it will dry almost instantly. And the back seat I've just left in here because that will just dry naturally, and they weren't too bad. And then yeah, hoover out, and then I'll do all of this, like cleaning of the plastics and everything a bit later on. So yeah, so the interior is slowly, well, I say slowly coming on along. It's pretty quick actually, and to be honest, I could probably get this all done and bolted back up in less than a day, but I need to fix these as well. They always break, so I've got loads of those, and I'm actually going to need a new one of these. And we are missing one of these, and I don't have a spare one. Slightly annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And yeah, armrests all clean as well. And yeah, it's, I mean, you know, for a 2011 car, it's kind of what you expect really, but actually on a grand scheme of it, it should be always quite a quick turnaround, certainly for the inside. Right, we've moved on a couple of days now, and I'll just quickly go through what we've done. So I've resprayed the side of the bumper here. Just need to basically polish that up with the DA polisher to get that looking a little less orange peel. So that's that. Need to do the headlights, sand those back and polish those up, but I'll do that when I've got to do the rest of the polishing. Inside, don't think, was there something that had to be done inside? Yeah, so inside the 12-volt socket wasn't working, so all of that had to come out, and it turned out it was the contacts, not the actual socket, the plug that goes in, but the actual contacts around the actual 12-volt itself. In there, the USB worked, so yeah, so that all came out. Oh dear, sorry. And another one. So that was that. I'm going to have to give these seats another go, because they're not as clean as I thought they would be, and the rest of the car just needs a good clean. Toe cap or toe eye needs to go in, and then got rid of the scratches here. There's this here which I don't really want to do, but I've got rid of all the marks and everything, so just apart from here, which I've got to do some work on. And then here, where the dents, I've decided that I was going to fill it and paint it. So just waiting for the primer to dry so I can sand it off. And then the door, as you can see here, tried my best, but it wasn't happening with the cold glue, so I'm going now to the warm glue and I'm going to try and pull that out. But it's sort of coming out in stages, so with the cold glue it pulled it out here and then left two here, so it's not, I don't think it's going to be great. So yeah, I think that's it so far. Oh, and so the main problem we've got, which is partly the reason why I'm not really getting along with these really quick, is for some unknown reason the remote key is no longer working, and change the battery, nothing, and still not getting it. It locks the car fine manually, but just we swapped it. The old key was really old, and we don't know when we got this whether or not the remote key worked at all, because it was about a month ago. But we swapped out the casing and everything like that into a new one, and then we've tried the remote and it's not working, so I don't know if it's the key. So that's potentially what's holding this up from going. So yeah, but other than that, we're slowly getting there. So yeah, let's get on with the painting and the putting of that dent in the door. Right, so it's time to move some stuff on. I've got stuff, like used stuff, up for sale all the time. I don't know if you can see, I've got door cards of different colours. But I've managed to sell these, so I've recouped some money back. So they're going today. And then in here, sorry it's a bit dark. I've got just endless new bits of bumper trims, wipers, gear gaiters, windscreen wiper covers, what else? Bumper caps, headlight bulbs, shock absorber caps. So always make sure that I've always got something. But yeah, today we're going to move all of this out, and that is going to a new home. Actually, my understanding is he just wants this, and he's taking it all, and he's just going to bin all of this stuff. So, but yeah, oh well, it's just extra money. Right, another project we've got to do, like any old 500, is the headlights get all misty, fogged up. So we're just going to wet sand those and then polish them back up and get those looking a bit better, a bit newer. Okay, so it's hopefully the last day of this video, and I can get this car completely cleaned up. We'll do the whole polishing of the car and do the headlights at the same time. And yeah, it's black, so unlike white, very easy to maintain, this required a lot of work. So I'm gonna give it a wash, gonna iron exit, and then we're going to then give it a DA polish as well. So yeah, I'll see how my energy goes, because I've got a summer cold, but we will get on with this and see how we get on. Okay, so it's first going over. So that's not come out like a bird thing, just literally just by washing it, that's not come out. We've also got this here, don't know if you can see that. A few scratches on the door. Scratch down here, which I didn't notice actually. So yeah, we're going to have to do some wet sanding. I think there is actually a scratch on here, so we're going to have to do a bit more wet scratching before I can, wet sandpaper before we can get the DA polisher on it. Oh, this temperature is getting up now. Don't know what it is, 26 or something. Not the best at doing direct sunlight, I know. But yeah, right. Quicker I can get this done, the better. These are probably the worst alloy wheels I've ever come across for cleaning. It's just not coming off with a wheel brush and wheel cleaner at all. You can see that I've made a bit of work on it. I haven't used a scouring pad to cut in through it, and that's even on the back wheel, which I'd imagine the back wheel potentially was front at some point. But this is just, on today with the heat, is absolutely just, I'm losing water like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, nearly done with this one. But this isn't really what I wanted to be doing on a Saturday, if I'm being honest, because although alloy wheels look nice when they're done, I've never had as much problems as this. This is proper caked on stuff. But we'll keep going, because my DA polisher has run out of juice. So yeah, just working on the tyres and the wheels for the minute. Right, so as I mentioned, this bird etching crap that was left on here from where it's decided to do its business, I thought back in the day maybe that once it's sort of on there, pretty much it's caused irreparable damage. But I've had a discussion with Danny at it's all in the detailing, and we're going to go down the lines of sanding that to about 1500 grit, something like that maybe, and we're going to try and see if we can polish it out. So what's the worst that can happen? We'll give it a shot and yeah, see what we can do. So we'll wet sand that and then polish it up. But yeah, so we are Sunday now, so my plan is to get the video out tonight. We have, it's just really hot, but my aim is to really complete this all by today and get it done. But my DA polisher's on charge, and hopefully we'll have it all done. Well, it's gone, as you can see, 1500 grit, and then polished it and used the old G3 liquid compound, and that is gone. So whilst I was looking at that, I found another spot here, so done that, and then there's other just places of still got to do the headlights. Probably keep banging on about those headlights. So there's a scratch here, so I need to sort that out. Scuffing up here, so I've got to sort that out. And then down here, where I've resprayed and lacquered it, as soon as I applied compound to it, it's just gone. It's God knows what it's done. It's like reacted really badly to it. So I need to work out what I'm going to do with that one. That's the biggest project that I've got going at the moment. It's either just embedded itself in the paint, just don't know what's gone on there. But yeah, I've had a scratch on the door there, and then I just need to get around to giving this all a polish where I've done stuff on it yesterday. So but yeah, it's that's the biggest problem that we've got, and then the car will be good to go for one last thing, which I'll get around to showing you right at the end. But I've moved it now into some shade so I can work on it, and also just the temperature of the bodywork is a lot cooler as well, so it's a lot easier to work on. So yeah, right, we are getting there, don't worry guys. This will be the end of the video soon, I promise you. So how are we doing? We're now a couple of hours on. Oh dear. Right, okay, so bird mark gone, there was a bird mark there and a bird mark there. Fortunately, my DO polisher has again run out of juice as I was getting there, so that just needs polishing up. But any bird marks have gone. Headlights, all looking good. Brought those back to life. What else? So there was that scratch there, that's gone, but that was done yesterday. Door panel, that's all sorted. Just needs to basically give the whole car another wash because of the compound powder. And then I think that was it. So where we had this problem here, the only way I was getting that off, I don't know what it was like the compound just embedded itself in the lacquer, and the only way I was able to get it off was to use the isopropyl alcohol, and that literally was just able to wipe it all off. But it's then started to slowly take, well, it took basically everything off and started to reveal my initial sand down job. So just had to give that another coat of paint, and we're going to do that again. And then this time we're just going to have to work out why, or I say work out, we're just not going to have to use this stuff on. I don't know if it's too coarse, maybe, just not really sure why it just had a reaction to the paintwork. Yeah, but otherwise we are nearing completion now, and by another hour or so I'll have just a bit of lacquer on that, and then it needs another hose over. Then we can do like the windows. The interior is pretty much done, and yeah, we are nearly there. It's turning out not too bad. I can't get this sort of chalky style off the tyres though. I've sprayed different cleaners onto it, but maybe I haven't agitated it, so maybe I need to agitate it. But those obviously wheels will get blacked and dressed, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking so far. I was really hoping that this would be the last part of the video and I'd be showing you around everything, but I'm going to end it today because it's not gone, or it's not completed in probably the time frame that I wanted, partly because of a mistake that I've made, and I'll show you. So here, which as you know is slightly dented, and I've done a repaint job on it, and you know that I put compound on it and it made a complete mess of it. Use that that alcohol stuff, which took off some paint, so I repainted it, and then after I've gone to re-lacquer it, I've had a run on the lacquer, put it on a bit too thick, which meant that I've had to try and cut it back. It's not gone very well, so I'm having to basically start from scratch again. So I've added some black paint, and the same with here. I added some compound to this side, just thinking I'll just do a very light one, and again it just went straight on and just basically refused to come off. You couldn't sand it off, nothing. So I've again just had to do that. So yeah, where I thought was getting to the end, I've not, and now we're sort of back to this bloody part of the panel again. So yeah, it's not going to be done today, and I'm not going to have a photo shoot done because we are still probably got another day's work in this to go. So I'll drive it back to mine, see how we get on with driving it, see how we get on. But I'm going to tidy up now and get off because we're now nearly 5 o'clock, and as I say, I just want to get this video done and out tonight for the weekend. So yeah, if anyone's got any idea why applying compound to a lacquered part of the body and then it just not coming off and basically just getting into the lacquer and just being just not removed and just goes white, let me know, because I'd love to learn why that is. But maybe it's too strong, maybe the compound's too strong, but yeah, just let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think about how we're getting on with this car. But thanks all for watching. Sorry it's a bit late. Thumbs up for the usual. What are we now, 920 subscribers, so we're only 80 away from 1,000. But until next time, next week, maybe I might do a midweek video on this, I don't know. But until next time, we'll see you all later.